March 22nd, 9:42 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby, No. 3. Adrian did it?
That's what it looks like.
Dude, no way. A woman couldn't do anything like that.
In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you.
A mountain of evidence?
I'm certain there is someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you.
Please, Mr. Lawyer. Dude, like I said yesterday, I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? Can't let any sort of scandal ruin that.
I understand.
This could be anyone.
Edgeworth, hard call.
Well, it's almost time. Damn it. Okay, Mia.
Mia!
Mia is my Edgeworth. We must get a complete acquittal today.
I know.
That's right, because we need an acquittal today or else Maya will get killed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Which, to be fair, then Pearl could just channel her too, you know? No one's ever really dead.
True.
No one's ever really gone. But I can't focus on Maya's situation right now. Or Pearl's either.
What's wrong with Pearls?
She's a big busty lady. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day.
Indeed. Well, let's get going.
Beep, 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 boop. It's him. Beep. This is right.
This
Does
was
he
you.
sound like... Good morning. This is Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Oh, don't worry. People don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning.
You sound like a bomb or a gun or something.
Present? What in the world would you want to give me? A gun? Or a bomb or something? You'll figure it out once the trial starts. And even if you don't like my gift, I expect you to graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. Oh, wait!
Beep.
Dapper sent me a present?
Mr. Lawyer, dude? Who was that?
No one. It's got nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything.
Dude, did your nose just get longer? Dude, that was a Pinocchio illusion. Anyone else know what Pinocchio is?
I like the illusion instead of illusion. You know, like...
Yeah,
oh.
he's illusory.
It's an observable phenomenon. When somebody lies to you, their spiritual nose gets longer, and you see it sometimes.
It's true. March 22nd, 10 a.m. District Court, Courtroom, No. 3.
Oh my god, this guy's back. The spiky-haired guy and the big busty lady. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt Engard. Are the prosecution and defense ready? The defense is ready, Your Honor. I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me?
He did something.
Your Honor! Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session.
Shut the fuck up, guy.
You must tell me something. Please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor Von Karma has... This morning, Prosecutor Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman.
Jesus.
What the... What? Shot?
Damn.
Oh my god, she got shot? That's a whip.
Jesus. Somehow, I think this is the present that man was talking about.
He's present.
Miss Von Karma is one of the top prosecutors in the country at the moment. Even though she's lost every single case. If she were to disappear, it would be to your advantage.
This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she all right? I don't have that answer.
She's alive in stable
You-
condition.
That's good. Whew. Oh,
Ah.
you're... I thought he'd show up.
I'm facing you. Your Honor. Due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca von Karma cannot appear in court today. I, Miles Edgeworth, will be taking her place. The prosecution is ready. Naturally. I prepared for her to get shot.
I shot her, so...
I was contracted by De Killer to shoot her. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Luckily, I've looked this case over and am familiar with the details. The prosecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Matt Ongard.
The court acknowledges the prosecution.
Right. I finally found the answer I was struggling on for my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer.
Yeah.
Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand.
Why does he look so sad?
Witness your name and occupation.
My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct, for now.
Oh, now?
That after this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir.
Oh, that's
Detective
right.
Gumshoe.
Karma fired him.
The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness.
Damn.
Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Dick Gumshoe.
Yes, sir.
Let's go, Big Dick.
Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that.
Get ready, Phoenix. This is going to be one very rough fight.
Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Miles Edgeworth chooses death. For you!
And then he kills...
He shoots him
defendant.
like he shot Von Karma.
yeah.
The bare facts of the case. The murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Corrido, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the case of death, the cause of death, I'm really depressed, sorry about that. We believe he was definitely murdered, sir.
No problem.
At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. I'm gonna end my testimony there.
Bare facts of the case, huh? After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room?
Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to their rooms, sir.
I see. Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Gosh, that was pretty bare bones.
Yeah, well, facts of the case.
Okay, I mean, clearly there's
We
that
might as
last
well
thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Should we just do everything
We might
though?
as well. Yeah, just send it.
Yeah.
There's like 4 lines. Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened after the ceremony?
Okay, pal. The ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. A special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes after.
And that's when the victim's body was found, correct?
Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period.
Please continue with your testimony, detective. That was good press.
Yeah.
We might
Sure,
want to know
press
how
it.
he died for the
Yeah.
court, you know? The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct?
This is a good refresher.
Yeah.
Who is this Adrian Andrews you're talking about?
She's the defendant, Matt Ongard, the manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir.
Ah, so she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she will grace us with her presence.
Dude. You gotta stop.
Don't you
when-
already have a girlfriend?
Kinda, I guess. I mean, I can still find ladies pretty. Sir. Well, when the post-ceremony snow was about to Jesus, the show was about to start.
Are you okay, officer?
No,
Do
I'm
you
highly
need
depressed.
to take a moment?
I'm getting fired after this, sir.
If you're so depressed, why are you wiggling your eyebrows at me like that?
They just,
Making me feel a little weird.
I don't know.
Don't
They
say
just,
things like pretty lady in the courtroom and then wiggle your eyebrows like that.
my brows just kind of do that. I don't know. It's really,
Just get on with it.
Anyway, she went to go get Mr. Ongard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him from the show, sir.
I see. And that's when she found the victim's body.
My reading comprehension is tanked. I don't know what happened.
It all went into me. I made up for last week. After looking into the cause of death, we believed he was definitely murdered, so sure. Cause of death? Wasn't that because Mr. Corrida was stabbed in the chest?
Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, for real pros, attention will be drawn here to this bandana.
Bandana, banana.
It's a bandana, sir. That's the thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir.
Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. What about the knife?
It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death.
We have a crafty murderer on our hands here. Autopsy report added to the court record. Strangled with a scarf
Weird.
and stabbed with a knife.
At first, we thought there was...
I already read this. Some suspicious about the guitar case. Press. Let's see.
Why did you think that?
because it was empty, pal. The Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without his bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime.
Oh, then how about this theory? A fan really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it. How's that?
Oh, we, thought of that too. But
But what?
the only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims.
Only the victims, huh? I see. So much for my theory, then. Our case updating the court record. Yeah, it had some, like, water stains on it, too.
Right. This is an odd line to say. Let's press it.
Yeah. What convinced you it had nothing to do with the case?
The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night.
Well then, where was it?
The bright red guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. The victim, Juan Correa, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir.
So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside of the case?
Yes, sir. Even when he was on stage for the ceremony, he didn't have his guitar.
That guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel.
Yeah, that's right. So it really had nothing to do with the case after all.
I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why then did the police arrest Matt Ongard? Because there was reason enough to suspect him.
Here it comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. Very well. Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm still so sad about it. Why arrest Ongard? Matt Ongard and Juan Corrida were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. That's a motive enough in my book. As for the evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was whipped off of the ninja costume when it was found in Mr. Ongard's hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant bought the knife for the crime, which makes this a premeditated murder.
So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used in the stabbing.
It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir.
That's like the most like
Knife
suspect.
added to the court record.
Damn.
And there's this.
Now, why is your knife sticky? Hold on. Has anybody ever used a sticky knife and then been like, I'm gonna keep touching this sticky knife,
like-
without wiping it down?
You need to like cut honey.
Or, okay, like, like every once in a while, right? You know, you've got like your knife on the side of the plate, you know, because you're
Mhm.
eating, and then like it falls into some food, and you're like, oh man, this sucks. Or like you have a spoon that like falls into a bowl of soup. Like the first thing you do is wipe down the handle, right? Unless you're some sort of psychopath who's just like, oh yeah, let me just dip my hands in mashed potatoes and then grab a knife, you know? What are you doing?
Matt could be a psycho.
That's true. He definitely could be a psycho.
He could have dropped his
This-
knife in a honey.
Short tangent, there's a Twitter page called Gripping Foods with Force, and it's just a picture of somebody holding food and then another picture of them after they've squeezed it unnecessarily hard. And now I'm just picturing that.
With the knife?
Just mashed potatoes.
I
Just
see.
like, oh, look, I'm holding a scoop of mashed potatoes, and then it's like just like shrapnel, I guess. What do you call like bits of flying mashed potato?
Spray?
Shrapnel.
I don't know.
Yeah, spud spray.
Spud spray. Ugh.
Anyway,
She spray on
That
my
was found
spud.
in the defense. No, you can continue that one.
No, we're good. We're good.
What's she spraying on your spud, sir?
Hmm?
You said something about spraying on your spud?
I think you need to read your line.
That was found in the defendant's clothes, was it? And this button is also covered in blood?
Yes, then we know that the blood on it is the victim's blood, sir.
What?
Well,
Jammin' Ninja's button added to the court record. If you really think about it, the bandana gripped him with force. All of this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it?
Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right?
I'll find the hole in your argument somehow.
You can press as hard as you like. Just hurry up with your usual pointless questions.
Yeah. Why
Oh,
rest
boy.
on guard?
all right. Figure it out.
That is true.
Yeah, that's
we press it?
true. Maybe yeah. Let's get into the rivalry.
But in terms of popularity, Mr. On Guard won, did he not?
That's right.
Yeah, but you know what's ironic, pal? Juan Garita was always one step behind Mr. Ongard and everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally called up, ready for the big final showdown.
But Mr. Carito lost the Grand Prix in the end. That's too bad. He must have been pretty downhearted after losing.
Nuts.
Okay. That's not motive enough in my book for pressing that.
Wait just 1 second here. Mr. On Guard was beating Mr. Carita in the popularity polls.
Well, yeah, I guess, but,
But nothing. Which means in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Which means he had no motive to kill at all.
Yeah, you know what?
That makes a good
kill
point.
someone
He's
if
really
they were my number
cooking
two.
for something that... Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective,
it's not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then, yeah, the defendant would have no motive.
Objection! What are you... Detective, I'm beginning to see why you were fired.
No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. That's,
Look forward to your pension negotiations.
damn.
No! Damn.
Now, detective, let's continue with the testimony. You can get fired not in my courtroom.
oh, not my poor pension, too.
Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed.
Yes, sir. I can talk about my pension later, sir.
What about what I was just saying? Hello? Anyone?
Masterfully deflected.
Edgeworth for you.
That's yeah. What about the button?
He's just edging the case, you know. Do you have any proof that the button belonged to the victim?
Oh, what do you mean, pal?
Oh, well, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off of the Jammin' Ninja's costume.
But can't you tell just by, looking at it? And the victim's blood is on it.
Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterwards.
Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir.
All right, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in.
thread.
Huh?
The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match.
Yeah, that's it. They're a perfect match, pal.
No.
That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat.
Ralph, the ninja costume was found in Strong Guard's Hakama. The Hakama.
Akama! When was this button found?
Now, pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurita. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button.
So it was almost immediately after the murder.
The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks, unlike some people.
Hey, what is he trying to say about me here?
What tricks was Phoenix doing when they were rounding up everyone?
Backflips and shit.
Hell yeah. Fingerprints are on the knife. Yep, that's not good.
How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife?
Oh, what do you mean, pal?
Question, hold on. By examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand?
Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that.
I can't believe the bumbling of this department.
Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder.
So is the defendant the owner of this knife then?
Bought the knife.
Hold on.
Hold on, yeah.
Hold
whoa,
on,
whoa, buddy.
hold it.
Yeah.
Whoa! There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he bought the knife.
Sorry, pal. This isn't some pocket knife. It's pure gold. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with either. It's also a butter knife, but you know, that's besides the point.
Arg! Well, this is not good. If prosecution can prove that it was a premeditated murder, we're done for.
Phoenix,
Yeah?
there's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late.
Button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with On Guard's fingerprints.
Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gavel in closing.
We're still in a world of trouble.
Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay, Phoenix?
All right. Can we look at the evidence?
Yeah.
Obviously, as part of our late recap. One of the things that we know before we go crazy, right, is that is not Juan Kurita, but Matt On Guard and his lady manager,
Adrian Andrews?
Adrian Andrews, were eating dinner together. They had steaks, which is a recurring
Yes.
theme, apparently. So they got the knife would have been handled there. It matches the rest of the silverware set that we know, right?
Right.
We don't know do we know what our client was doing between the ceremony and like he
There's
went back
gate
to his
water in it. It's
apartment?
not his fucking knife. What? Hold up.
Oh. Well, yeah, that's a good point.
Hold up. Wait.
Yeah, okay.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
What?
Objection!
Yeah.
I was cooking, but I'm done now. Wait a second.
The what?
So the basis of your argument was that this was a premeditated murder is simply that my client bought a knife beforehand?
That's right, pal. But the defendant,
Did not buy this knife. Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about.
Huh?
It has Gatewater seal set into the handle.
Gatewater. I think I've heard of that name somewhere before.
That's the name of the hotel. The Gatewater Hotel.
Oh. Bro.
The murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Oh, wow, that
maybe.
makes a good point.
He
Even
could
though
own the hotel.
he got strangled and he did. Yes, that is very true. This is a very big.
Oh, he left.
What is that, Mr. Edworth?
It's my sinister cackle. I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless.
What?
I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined.
How so?
I admit this knife is hotel property. There is no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough to not realize this.
But I didn't know.
Oh. Damn. The question is, where did this knife come from?
Why? That's obvious. It came from the victim, Mr. Kurita's room.
Sorry, Your Honor, but that is incorrect. You don't eat chips with the knife. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I would like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table.
God. There is a knife and a fork on the table. And where in the world did this knife come from?
If it pleases the court, I would like for us to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Matt Angard. Especially what was on top of his table.
Oh.
There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Matt Angard's knife was missing.
Ugh.
Mr. Angard had gone to the victim's room with the knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven this was a premeditated murder.
Oh, wow, that's a good point. What the fuck? Why did
I'm
bring
not
that?
convinced.
Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction.
It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning.
This must be one of those traps. I just watched headlong into it. Murder weapon with the fingerprints, and a button from the victim's costume. There is quite a sizable amount of evidence here.
I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your Honor's time. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court.
Evidence not yet shown.
He means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence.
What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright?
Phoenix, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. If we answer with something wrong here,
That gavel of his will be bringing out the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to this court?
Oh shit, hold up.
Can we check let's check the court record. Let's look at
yeah.
evidence. I believe in us. Probably not the attorney's badge, though it's important. Probably not the Megatama. Nickel Samurai, that's just the
Yep,
splash art,
yep.
right?
Yep.
Okay. Press conference ticket. Nickel Samurai was... Okay, hold on. That's at least somewhat relevant, right? That
Right.
the Nickel Samurai is going to confess to something after the show. That's
Yeah,
our
this-
client confessing.
Yep, this is probably not relevant.
We're not showing that.
Yeah,
No.
we're not showing that.
Lotta's camera is stolen.
I mean, we don't even have it. So it's
Yeah.
not really relevant.
Article from Gossipland, and that has to do with the Miss AA
The
and
Miss
Juan Carita.
Anyone. Whatever. Map.
Yeah.
Car case, not relevant.
Bears
They said it's not relevant.
This glass, right? It was left on the table for some reason. No sign it's been drank for some reason, which is a little weird. Also, they put tomato
Yeah.
juice in a wine glass, you know? That's a
Yeah,
little
and the
weird.
rest of the room was in disarray too, except for this, I think. Because if you look
Yeah.
at this, yeah.
And there's a bottle of tomato on the table.
Oh. Yeah. And like the
hold
vase
on.
and
Oh,
stuff
wait,
that was on the table was knocked over.
wait. Hold on. Look at the watermarks on the floor and look at the watermarks on the guitar case.
Yeah.
That guitar case was definitely opened after that vase got knocked off, by the way.
Yeah, for sure.
Somebody
for
poured
sure.
a drink afterwards, probably, which is relevant.
I think that's the most relevant thing.
But keep checking. Suicide report.
Probably not relevant.
Wait, found by... Okay, wait, no. Where did we get the suicide report from exactly?
This was given from... Edgeworth gave this to us when he was
true.
telling us the case
Yeah.
with Celeste Impact.
And then we got that also from him, right?
Yes, we got both these from him. I think we got all
Okay.
these from him.
So I think the most relevant piece of information is going to be that glass on the table. But I don't know... how that. I mean, it is necessary, but like, that doesn't say that it wasn't premeditated, right?
Right. But like that
But
doesn't matter.
The
I
knife
think
wasn't the murder weapon. The
Yeah.
knife's not the murder weapon.
the
but
knife is
that's
pretty
not what he's
irrelevant,
asking
honestly.
for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it just got put into his body. Like, that's a weird implication. They choked him to death, and then they put the knife that they wanted to,
Right.
do into his body. That's weird. But I guess let's say yes, and then it might lead us with some
Yes.
questions. But I feel pretty confident in doing that.
I agree.
Yeah. There's one piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. Mr. Wright, I will say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I am giving you one chance, and only one.
Oh boy.
What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here.
I messed this up. It's curtains for all of us.
Oh Jesus.
Oh my gosh. You may now present one, and only one piece of evidence. Now then, what is this important evidence that you must show to the court?
Okay, hold up.
Okay, it's gotta be the wine glass.
It's got to be the wine glass.
It has to be the wine glass. Otherwise, we die. But,
Yes. I can't save or anything.
Well, yeah, we don't need to because
We don't
okay,
need to 'cause it's
quick,
the wine
quick
glass.
Quick run through. Okay, from
Yes.
the top, not the attorney bench, not the Megatama, not the picture of the Nickel Samurai,
Yeah,
not the press
this,
conference
not
ticket.
this. We don't
No,
even have this.
no.
Gossip. Hotel,
Not
don't care.
gossip, not the
Maybe,
map,
but probably not.
Wait, that's been presented because he didn't have the guitar, so like that's
Yeah.
not it either.
Yeah,
This is
yeah,
something
yeah.
that has not
You're
been
right, you're right.
presented
Yes,
yet.
yes.
We've
They've
seen
already
that.
seen the photo. Doesn't matter. Doesn't
this
matter.
isn't relevant because we haven't talked about it
Yep.
yet, and we've seen the knife and we've
Yep.
seen the button, so it
Yep.
has to be.
It has to be. It has to be the wine
juice.
glass. Yep. Get the wine glass with the juice.
Yes. Take that. This is a wine glass, is it not? Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. The scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. The vase was broken. His makeup is all over the floor. These were all things that at one point were sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over, along with everything else, is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. What do you all have to say? Huh? Well, yes, it is a little peculiar. Yeah, isn't it? I thought it was. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes of yours now. Mr. Edgeworth,
What is it, Your Honor?
your opinion.
You don't need my opinion, because there is no special meaning to that glass.
What?
It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place, by the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking.
That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really set that glass down without thinking? Not a shot! Nice approach!
Wait, hold on. Wait. Why not though?
Because
I mean-
the freaking bottle, she wouldn't have brought the bottle and the other, like, she would have poured the glass.
Oh, you're right.
There's
There's
bottles
no way.
on the table.
Yep. You're right. Yep.
If I
Sure.
appear weak here, the trial is over. I can look for my proof later. For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty.
They just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. True.
The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You've turned on the situation on its head, again as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? Holy shit, somebody else has to do proof.
Oh my god. Am I Ace Attorney?
There's no way he has any. He's just bluffing.
Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it.
Son of a... What?
You're not thinking hard enough today, right? Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice?
Yes? Well, then...
Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints.
Fingerprints?
There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass.
Only one? Well, whose were they?
They were not the victims nor the defendants. Rather, they were one of Adrian Andrews.
Only one? What?
The one of, sorry.
Glass update in the court record.
That is why I said that the person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright?
Ah, I can't believe I fell into another trap.
Miss Andrews was probably holding that glass when she went to see Mr. Kurita. Upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and set the glass down onto the dresser.
What you just said makes a lot of sense.
Tisk, tisk, tisk. Now you see, right? Can't change any part of my scenario as it explains everything all too well.
Ah,
I've thought long and hard of this past year about what it means to be a prosecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I have come to discover.
wait a second, Mr. Edgeworth. I think the prosecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict.
Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. The prosecution has yet another witness we would like the court to hear from.
Another witness?
Yes. Bailiff, please bring in the next witness.
What in the world is Mr. Edgeworth thinking? He's cooking too hard. Oh my fucking god! I thought it was gonna be Adrian Andrews.
Oh, we could hope. We could hope.
How did Edgeworth prep this? Like Franziska was shot like 5 minutes ago or something, like before the trial.
Do you think that if he were to call Old Bag, she wouldn't show up immediately?
You're absolutely correct.
Edgeworth is leveraging his side hose.
I think Old Bag is his main hose. I'm throwing that out there.
That's true. I could see them settling down together.
Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Witness, your name and occupation, please.
She got her! She's the one who shot Franziska Von Karma!
Franziska was shot with a fake
She's
laser.
coming for us now! Everybody get down! Get down!
She's
This
just
is a
playing along.
robbery! Wedgie Poo, I brought the gun! I told you not to bring the weapon here. Gosh, that's a weird married couple. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier.
Oh, Edgy boy, it's been what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me.
I saw the report with her testimony, but under that helmet, it was the Wicked Witch of the witness stand.
I tell you, this time I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm going to tell you anything and everything. Even things that I don't have to do with that terrible crime.
Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all this court needs to know. Don't talk to me, old man.
Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Craps.
Yes, ma'am.
No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please.
It's true what they say, that the youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with?
The witness was on security detail at the hotel on the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag?
It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It was almost too much for my little heart to handle.
Mean, you're a fan of the victim?
Look, everyone is crazy over that on-guard saying he's cute in a fresh way or something, but not me. I wouldn't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. I'm only interested in a real man, Juan Kurita.
But those two are the same age.
Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night.
Very well. Please tell the court what you witnessed the night of the murder.
Leave it to me, Edgy Poo.
Why did I do this to myself?
What I witnessed. Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around in the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know. Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. It was Enguarde, Matt Enguarde. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room.
I swear to God, if this is the exact same thing with the fucking Steel Samurai where she just saw his costume. So, Mr. Enguarde came out from the victim's room.
See, it has to be him. He's the murderer.
But
I see. Well, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination.
Oh. Alright. Do we just, like, start pressing on the...
We can just press all of them, you know? So we can hear as much as we possibly can from Wendy Oldbag.
Do you want to?
Just press this one first and see what we get.
yeah, okay.
You saw my client. Are you sure about that?
Yes, see?
Really?
Annoying brat, when I say I saw someone, I saw that person.
Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this a bit further. The person's clothes, probably?
Probably.
Please tell the court more about the man's clothes in more detail.
What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters.
But it does.
Now what was it? Oh yes, it was that thing.
What thing?
That gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket.
Ah, he was wearing that at the detention center, too.
That thing's meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men.
Right. So, Mr. Wright, was this testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Yes.
Yeah.
I could have asked about his face instead.
Yeah. That seems important.
Of course it was important, Your Honor.
objection. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important.
Fuck. Don't you see it, Edgeworth?
No.
Your Honor, I request what the witness just said about the jacket be appended to her testimony. Well, I don't see where you're going with this, but
Oh,
all
got
right.
it.
Witness, please.
Oh well, I don't like to badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must.
Wait a minute. He
Yeah.
was wearing
He's wearing
his costume.
His hakama. Yeah.
Yeah.
What do I present here?
Just present the button. Present the button.
yeah.
Down on guard's
Yeah.
Akama.
Yeah.
Miss Oldbag,
What? Don't say my name for no reason.
do you know what this is?
Ah, it's a button number 2 on the Demon Ninja's costume.
Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance.
Give it here, give it here. If you don't give it to me, I'll punish you with this. Right.
This is a robbery. Give me your goddamn money. Pow, 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 pow. Wow, she's a really diehard fan to want a button covered in blood.
It's an extra
Gonna
bonus.
clone him. She's gonna clone him. This button was discovered on Matt Enguarde's body during a full body search.
See? This button proves beyond a shadow of doubt that it was that rascal Enguarde.
It was caught up in the pleats of his Nickel Samurai Hakama pants.
See? And Enguarde is the Nickel Samurai.
Witness! Now it may just be me, and I do have an active imagination. But just now, didn't you say that the defendant, Matt Enguarde, was wearing his usual racing jacket?
I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore these trendiest dress, then maybe you'd think instead I have to put up with a ridiculous looking outfit. You'd agree that this outfit is hideous, right? I've got a tape recorder stuck on my chest. Let me tell you, it's heavy. So heavy, I wish we would have switched to CDs years ago, but I'm keeping that. And to dream out their life for all those kids out there working out the smile places, you understand? Now take a look in the mirror. Your clothes are about as interesting as a documentary on curling. You shouldn't take a temper to edgy poo. Now he's got some style, right? Die, bitch.
Now hold your tongue still there for 1 second. So what you saw, in actuality, was not Mr. Enguarde the man. Well, Mr. On Guard, the Nickel Samurai.
But when you think about it,
Oh my god, I can't believe this lady got invited back into the courtroom. Did they not learn anything?
I'm a fan of her.
they're really one and the same anyway.
Miss Oldbag, this is a very important point we're talking about.
Edgy Poo, do you think so too?
Well, it might be something worth considering.
Just say it's important and agree with me for once. Witness, think carefully and try to remember as much as you can before you testify.
All right, if you insist.
You should be the one sighing, not you.
Gosh.
Oh, I saw. On guard. Yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right. It was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan.
I knew it. I knew Yusei was inside that costume.
What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things.
But the possibility does exist.
Youngins today, I told you there's no way it was anyone else.
How do you know that?
Because I said so, and what I say is the truth.
At least she's just as delightful as a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Oh boy.
Oh, I saw.
Just press all these.
Not that I'd love to. I don't think we need to do Yes, I Remember. We can skip this one, probably. Yeah.
Yeah.
Be a little bit more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not?
Not too long ago. Then let me ask you this. When you were itty bitty, what was your grand dream?
Uh-huh.
What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper?
My dream, huh? Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court. So what?
See? And look at where you are now. You're not...
Well,
What I
That's
said
reassuring.
earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? The now is everything. I can't be held responsible for the past.
since when did court become theatrics over testimonies?
All that matters is that the man was inside that costume. Isn't that enough?
No commentary from the judge that entire time. Let's go.
Yep.
Yeah, okay. Go ahead.
Yeah. Let's press these.
And why would that be?
That way, no one could see his face, of course.
But there's still no advantage for him that I could see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more.
That's...
You're such an nice head, you know that I can disagree with everything I say.
Isn't that what you're always doing to me?
I got it. Maybe it was some more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume.
Yeah, post there my special right at the crime.
Which he didn't know about, right?
Yeah. Yeah, which he
Like
says
when we
he doesn't
talked to
know
him,
about.
he had no
Yeah.
clue. That's true. We didn't get Magatama on that one, though.
Yep.
Anyway. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show?
Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing.
And that included the Jammin' Ninja.
Of course it included him. That's why when On Guard came out of Dear Juan's room, I didn't give it a second thought.
I see.
But anyway,
On that.
Okay, relevant, he didn't die to a knife, you know?
Wait. Oh, no, never mind.
He got choked to death, but you know. So he must have
Um,
worn the Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing for his... Didn't you mean that he was wearing the
Hold on,
Nickel
hold on,
Samurai
hold on.
costume?
Hold on. So she said that he thinks he didn't like change out of it, right?
Okay, yeah.
Hold on. Let me.
He wore it when he was...
He's got gloves on though.
Yeah, but he could have eaten with a knife earlier, right? Just
Yeah, but
taking
did-
the knife with him.
but
He,
didn't
would,
she
he wouldn't
say-
add...
He didn't change.
So he received the... Okay, this is a question more so, but when he received the award, he was in the Nickel Samurai
Yeah.
costume, right?
Yes.
So then, yeah, he wouldn't have changed, because he would still be wearing that.
Yeah. If he was still wearing the Nickel Samurai costume. So if he was wearing
Yeah.
the Nickel Samurai costume, there won't be fingerprints on the knife.
He could have eaten with the knife earlier. Like he went to
Right.
his room
Yeah.
and was like, "I'll grab a knife."
Hmm.
I still think there's something wrong with it, but there are
Yeah.
ways to explain that.
Yeah,
I think.
let's. Oh. Okay. Yeah, let's just miss it.
Let's press it.
Yeah.
She's gonna say something stupid. So let me ask you, one last time. The person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai?
As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning?
No. Can I throw in the towel yet?
You don't need to think too hard on this one.
Huh?
There's a contradiction in her testimony and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is what that contradiction means for us.
I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay.
Probably the knife thing, right?
Cause of death?
I mean, the cause of death doesn't contradict
Just try
what
it.
you're
Try
saying.
I mean, I guess when he was stabbing poor Juan.
Because he theoretically still stabbed him.
I mean, the autopsy report, right? Strangled.
Yeah, but that doesn't like contradict like. I don't know. I feel
Neither
like it's
does the
gotta be the
knife.
knife, right? Okay, but like there's the fingerprints thing.
Yeah. Again, he used the knife to eat dinner. It's
Mhm.
missing from his dinner plate. So his fingerprints would be on the knife anyway. So it's covered in the victim's blood, not bloody fingerprints.
Or more
notably.
specific. Actually, hold up. If we turn it around, whoever was wearing the costume
Wouldn't
have left
leave fingerprint.
Yes.
That's a better angle.
There we go. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm presenting it. I'm assuming this is a 1 bar
Do
cost
it.
anyway. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Cool.
Please take a look at this.
Yeah, so it's a knife. Big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know I won't work.
No. That's not my intention at all. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Well, no, but Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? Don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it.
Is that what you're driving at?
That's exactly what I'm driving at. What are we driving at? And whose car are we driving? Not Edgeworth's. It's an ugly color of red. Mr. OnGuard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume
It's
at the
still
time of the
McLean's.
murder. Well, it couldn't be my car either. I don't have one. But it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, he would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off.
Oh, that's actually probably true too. Or a big bulky glove like that.
Oh, wow, that's a good point. She stands still.
Yeah, I mean that makes even more sense actually than what I was saying.
Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he?
Objection. He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing.
And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? There's no way he would do something like that.
However, there is one possibility.
Then let's hear your possibility.
It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Which is why he took his gloves off.
But the murder still did take place.
It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim.
Yes, I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? Well, yeah, huge contradiction.
Yeah,
Huge
like-
contradiction.
Yeah.
There's a huge contradiction.
Yeah.
This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony.
What are you babbling about?
Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose that Mr. OnGuard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without
Yeah,
intent.
the fucking knife again.
Knife.
Yeah.
Stupid. This knife. This was used by Mr. OnGuard at dinner. Yes, we did establish that
I like that piano string.
several times. Hey, Stephanie. Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, then he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurita.
I suppose.
However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't he?
Hmm.
Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. Wow, supposition,
never
that's
made
a fun
mistake.
word. We haven't used one. And one more thing! If the murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, then there should be glove marks left on the knife. What?
Oh yeah.
Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive.
Hmm.
And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us.
Oh, yeah.
Wow, that's a really big claim coming from all that. What do you mean another murderer? Weren't we talking about... Order! Order, I say! Order in the court! Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To frame Matt
Yeah,
Onguard.
yeah, it's a frame job.
Even Gumshoe figured out the strangulation part.
Yeah.
It's to frame my client, Mr. Onguard, of course.
Yeah, he's not even a cop anymore.
Not a detective. To frame?
Objection. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one?
But we just established that the witness saw the nickel samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife.
Ugh.
Also, this knife
Witness!
wasn't even used for the murder.
Looks like I made your life a tiny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo?
Witness, did you or did you not really see the nickel samurai?
Well, I guess at first I might have forgotten, but...
Are you saying you mixed up Mr. Onguard with the nickel samurai? His character on TV?
But I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure.
Ah! She wasn't waiting for the nickel samurai. All right then. Who were you waiting around for then?
That's top secret to anyone outside of security.
I have a feeling that you were waiting for Mr. Juan Carita. Am I correct, witness?
The way you think, you are a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness.
Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? Old Bag was waiting around in front of the victim's room. But it doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Carita.
Maybe. Phoenix, maybe the old bag was waiting around for that person.
I think if it's who I think Mia's hinting at, and it's certainly possible. This Old Bag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you?
Probably Adrian Andrews, right?
I mean,
I mean, it's not Juan. She's probably in on the juice, right?
what do you mean on the juice?
On the gossip land.
like that juice.
Yeah, that juice.
Yeah, I was thinking
The
tomato
tomato
juice. And I was
juice.
like, why? I just wanted to specify, you know? Like she was really thirsty. That costume looks sweaty. Imagine her in a fishbowl. Like that bowl
Oh,
is normally
Jesus.
clear. That's just all condensation from her breathing.
Oh my god, that's
Imagine
one
with how much
sweaty
she
bowl.
talks being in like a, yeah. Sweaty balls,
I feel
man.
bad
Sweaty
for her.
balls.
Oh, God.
Send it. Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. Onguard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room?
It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor.
This is. I see. Dutch seems to be really into this article. Quote, article. If it can be called such a thing. Then this manager with the initials AA. Are you saying that it's.
Adrian Andrews, without a doubt, the witness thought so as well.
Huh. Looks like you found me out. Oh, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sort of confidentiality stuff then.
Stay away from me, Lucky Charms.
Yeah, I know. I don't know why it came out like that.
Witness,
Oh, no,
what in the leprechaun are you?
I don't know.
It's because it's St. Patrick's Day. Not to date the video, but happy
Not to
St.
date the
Patrick's
video or
Day.
anything, but ooh, stay away from me, Lucky Charms. Do you think St. Patrick ever said that?
I do actually. That's what he said to the snakes.
He's
when
the
he
saint
beat
of
the
Lucky
shit out of
Charms.
them. If you want to listen to us,
stay the fuck away out of the Irish land of charm.
if you want
Snakes.
to hear us talking about this topic more, you can check out one of our Smash videos.
Stop. Jeremy like it. Witness! What in the world are you?
Watch
Damn
out,
it, I
Phoenix.
can't get rid of it.
Got the bad feeling about this.
It's just me, boy.
I've got some information. Some very secret information from a certain source. So that's why I was doing my own little investigation. In secret, of course.
But what for?
Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that.
We gotta stop.
Well, Mr. Edgeworth, how will you proceed from here?
I really don't want to do this. However, I cannot simply let this point slide.
I see. Very well then. Witness, please testify about this secret information.
Get ready. This is going to take the wind out of you youngins.
Sure, we're all capable of handling this. Really, it's not like we're 10 years old.
I don't know.
Secret information. That Enguarde is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal even. So to do that, he sent his manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action.
Oh, it is a top secret. You got that. Nobody else is. You mean to know? Oh, yet?
It's too sweaty in there, she's dying. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for this court.
What? Nobody's above gossip. And isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant?
Never heard that one before. Mr. Edgeworth, what about this Adrian Andrews person?
We have looked into this matter and found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip.
But should this be true, then it proves that the defendant did bear ill will towards the victim. This means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Now then, Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness.
Be careful. That old bag seems rather excited right now.
That's right, Enguarde's
The
nothing
old
but
bag.
your average foul-blooded youth.
Well, as the old saying goes, you've got to burn old bags with fire.
Let's kill her.
Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway to the danger zone.
We gotta run her over.
Highway to the
Francisco's dying.
danger zone. Mother highway to the danger zone.
Hold
What's
it.
up? You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander.
But it's true. That woman was getting intimate with poor Juan. Look, it says so right here, doesn't it? Manager to the stars, Miss AA.
But the name of the magazine came from is Gossipland.
What? Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? What do you know? I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. Honestly, Sonny, you can't discriminate between the news and gossip.
Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright.
Thank you. I'm making this my background during any relevant, months.
Yeah, please. Discriminate? When did I do anything like that?
I'm always asking that.
Anyway, Enguarde will never get me to say touchy.
I can ruin it by causing a huge scandal.
Scandal? What do you mean by that?
You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? I can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days?
No, I wasn't asking what the word scandal
Right.
means. Even I know that much.
Even one such as him.
Well, that Enguarde thought he can own a monopoly on popularity.
That was a scandal. Right, getting close.
You don't have any proof that Mr. Enguarde did such a thing.
You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. And now,
I gotta start saying that.
since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right.
You can't handle the truth. You're right. I can't do anything. But boy, I do wish I could do something about you.
All right then, Sonny, show me what you've got. Can you show me proof that Enguarde didn't bear any ill will towards Juan?
Check the evidence.
Yeah, hold up.
No. I don't think we can prove that.
Yeah, no, we can't.
Yeah.
Can we check the autopsy reports? Are those readable?
The autopsy report is
No.
not. None of these are. Nope.
Or sorry, the suicide reports? No.
None of these are readable.
Cool.
Nope.
Then no,
let's.
no, I don't think we
Yeah. No, thank you.
I don't have anything to offer.
See? Just as I thought. And you were lecturing me about saying things without proof.
You would just give me a free pass to say whatever I want, silly boy.
Oh gosh, can you please send me that as a screenshot also? Me and my big mouth.
That's the way the cookie crumbles, for you anyway. My cookies are solid.
Take an action. What's the action?
Sorry, what was that? What were you saying?
Take an action.
What do you mean I took action?
Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was going to capture her and teach her a good lesson. Something you young'uns need.
You were going to teach her a good lesson?
I was going to make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this.
No, stop! Stop it! Stop! These hurt! I'm being shot!
Well, it was
Bandit,
too
do
bad
something!
that woman didn't come through the door that
Anyone!
night.
I'm being hit with lasers!
Your Honor, it
Please!
stopped a while ago.
I'm in pain!
Here,
Assassination attempt! They're after my collectibles!
Okay. We'll press that.
Wait,
What? I'm busy woman.
Tea time with the kids is over.
secret information that no one else knows yet? If that's true, then how do you know this secret information?
Huh? Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. It's a secret. Even if you drill the hole into my brain, you'll never find out.
How in the world did that old bat get such a secret piece of information? Present evidence. It's the article?
No.
Wait,
I don't think it's. Oh fuck. Wait. Oh, I shouldn't have hit it.
so no one else is supposed to know the secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Old Bag?
Oh, why are you looking at me like that? Stop that.
Witness. I hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire your secret info,
Whoa.
isn't it? Okay, is it not just the article?
No. I think she's talking about. So the article doesn't mention. On guard sending Adrian in on purpose. Right?
Okay, so that's the part that we need to...
Yeah, that's
True.
what she was talking about. Okay, so not
Wait.
that.
Wait, hold on. Lotta's camera. Don't send it yet.
Did she?
What?
Oh my fucking god. That's gotta be it.
What?
No, you're so right. You're so right.
I think it's worth the 2 bars.
You're so right. Oh fuck.
The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh, yes. I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing. On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her outraged impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews.
Well, what outrageous ideas you say?
No, I said impressions.
Then everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless?
Aha! That's it! That's the note!
Ah.
She's holding a gun to the note.
No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my time to go list of groceries to buy.
Then you are the one who took Miss Hart's note.
I'm a huge fan of Juan's, that's why. A huge fan. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil On Guard. She said to herself, On Guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. Eddie Pooh, you believe me, don't you? I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before.
You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine.
I'm gonna start saying that.
Well, it's only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just once. She looks like she's really sorry. Should I forgive her? Okay, the alternative is that she took the camera that has photos, right?
Oh,
'Cause
fuck, yeah.
Can we check the court record again, just to check the case, right? Because it's was in the case. Stolen on the night of the murder. Tabloid article was in the case. So
Good,
yeah,
multi-article.
I think we push it. Let's put her in jail. Let's put her away. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness! Sorry. You said that the only thing you stole was that note. Is that correct?
This is stole. Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible lonely trash can, that's all.
You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it.
Are you putting my credibility under scrutiny again?
Regularly. Miss Oldbag,
I
I don't believe that the note was the only thing you stole last night.
Camera.
Miss Oldbag, that note was with a camera. Inside its case, wasn't it? A camera? Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, My sweetie $1,600 camera disappeared on me. Why, witness!
What is it, Gramps?
How old is the judge if she's calling him Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera too.
Any possible age.
Looks like you found me out again, Sonny. Is this the camera you're looking for?
Ah, that's...
What? Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know.
I still eat meals like you. I bottle up and borrow things from people.
I think your definition of borrow is a little off.
I saw that woman's business card and that's what I noticed it said. Slimebag celebrity photographer extraordinaire. Well, when I saw that, I had to know what sort of pictures he had taken.
I'm supposed to kidding outside business to know the nasty things.
Yeah, no, I
She
think
got
that
a
makes a
point
lot
about
of
that
sense.
one,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
gonna lie.
Yeah,
Yeah.
she's really right.
Bailiff! Check this camera's photos. Hurry! We must examine them at once. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have?
There was only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case.
Please present it to the court. This is the Nickel Samurai.
See, I told you, that's the guy I saw.
This proved that the witness was not lying earlier about this matter, except for when she said that he was in his jacket, I guess. Lotta's photo added to the court record. What does all this mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ongard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his Nickel Samurai costume.
If that is the case, then this Nickel Samurai is...
The defendant. That makes a lot of sense, yeah.
How did it come to this? I think this brings us to the end. We have examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Do you agree that this photo is decisive evidence against your client? This photo is really decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. Can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. Okay, hold on.
Yeah.
Can we court record look at it so that's clear?
Yeah.
Okay, so we've got the glove. His pants are really dragging. Can we go back and look at the original photo of him?
Yeah, hold up. Which happened to the fucking Steel Samurai case?
Yeah.
That shit ain't
We can
dragging.
clear. Okay, and then can we compare is in the bios? Does it have height?
No.
Out of curiosity.
No.
Darn. That'd be useful. There's
Yeah.
something strange with
No,
it.
I'm with you.
There's something strange with this photo.
I knew this was coming, right?
Your thoughts, Mr. Edgeworth?
I think we can all agree that there was nothing strange with this photo.
False!
There was no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster.
Objection! Bunk with a bunker buster? Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance,
Oh, Christ.
correct? Well, I've got to find something wrong with this photo. Can't let this chance go by.
I'm gonna save up really fast just in case I like. Just
Mash?
Yeah. Yeah.
Where in the heck did she take this photo from anyway? It's all out of focus. Why can't she take a good shot? Especially when it counts. Schmack. Now then, let's hear your objection. What about this photo is strange? Okay,
That right.
yeah. I don't think there can be anything else. I'm just checking. We've got the knot. There's the 2 gears, right?
There's this.
That's
bear.
a beefy neck.
Yeah.
Um,
That scowl.
yeah, I think it's pant legs. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. What are you pointing to? His ankles? You could see this person's ankles. That would be one thing. However, you can't. And what does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. OnGuard. What is the meaning of this?
Objection! I wonder if you would care to elaborate. With actual facts, that is.
Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. I've got it right here. Boom. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the Hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, the Nickel Samurai is clearly wearing his Hakama up just to walk. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume got shorter. Oh, he's clearly shorter than the defendant.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
I
that
think
makes
the
a lot of
process makes sense. Yeah, I don't know.
Short kings kind of go.
Sometimes you
Right.
shrink.
I think I've turned things around for myself this time.
That's curious.
Huh? What is?
Edgeworth is unusually calm today.
That's true. But he has figured out what it means to be a prosecutor.
He's just letting the trial run itself, as if he's only along for the ride.
Along for the ride. What do you mean by that?
I can only guess that perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all.
Doesn't feel under attack. And I haven't damaged his case at all? Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us?
Like, you and me?
Yes, us. You know? As
There never was an us.
You- what? Mr. Edgeworth,
I don't even know your
After-
name.
I'm Udgy. We talked about this several
Uh-huh.
times over dinner. Edgeworth,
Mhm.
you're breaking my heart.
I don't particularly care for what your heart or you want.
Then, to the case. If the person in this photo is not at on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless.
Oh, there's some sort of like weird romantic tension.
Judge looks
on
really
it.
upset, yeah.
Oh. I figured it would come to this.
What?
Right, I have something I want to ask you. Are you free today? I think you have proven that this person inside this costume is not Matt OnGuard. In that case, who is this a photo of?
The Nickel Samurai, of course. Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume?
Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. What you should be focused on is Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think?
Yeah. Why is he so calm? Mr. Wright, let's hear your thoughts. Who is the person in this photograph?
Gotta be Adrian Andrews, right?
Lot of heart.
I hope not.
Celeste Impacts.
She's back.
Adrian Andrews? You want to know who that Nickel Samurai is? It's none other than this woman.
And why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her?
starters, she's short. And she can freely move in and out of Mr. Onguard's room. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Onguard that night. And how does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Onguard's fingerprints all over it. The knife that was used as the murder weapon? No.
Why don't you just say what it is you want, right?
I have to do this now. This may be my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Carita. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime.
Yeah, you know what? I always say
A big freaking claim on top of all that. Order! 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 It looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth,
Yes, Your Honor.
this court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. A verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. All right, this is it.
This is kind of bad for us.
Huh? What do you mean?
If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness, it means that the trial will go on for another day.
One more day. Ah! I don't get a verdict today. Then Now then, we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court.
Oh, fuck. We gotta object, right?
Yeah, buddy. This is for you, Maya Fey. Now then! Objection! Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. No, I can't do that. We cannot hear Miss Andrews' testimony if she is not.
Mr. Hold it. Hold it! I abhor wasting such a valuable time.
Edgeworth?
Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial.
But we cannot continue due to the unexpected development.
Tisk, tisk. Unexpected development. I think you underestimate me, Your Honor.
And what do you mean by that?
That Mr. Phoenix Wright would slave his way to subpoenaing Miss Adrian Andrews is all happening according to plan, even if Wright was a bit slow to catch on.
Okay. What?
What?
Wow. This guy's brain must be really massive. He must have a really strong neck from lugging all that brain around.
Yes.
What is the meaning of your statement, Mr. Edgeworth?
Miss Adrian Andrews is currently waiting in the prosecution's lobby. She is the next witness.
Ah! Everything was planned out in advance by that man?
Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle is far from over.
Exactly.
Very well. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth.
But
The court will now take a 10-minute recess. He continued.
whew.
He's ready, and I'm not friends with him, and together we're continuing this shit.
We're edging.
We're edging. Jeremy, edit that out, because I think that YouTube doesn't like the first minute of swearing or something. I don't know.
Edging is not a swear.
It's not. I mean, you're right.
Hold on. Can you edge on YouTube?